Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of Sparkin Over Broncos, the show where we spark conversation about our Denver Broncos. I am your host, Gage Madrid. In my previous video, I talked about one of the two offensive tackles that the Denver Broncos are scheduled to bring in for pre-draft visits in Washington State University's Abraham Lucas. You can check out that video if you'd like. Today, I want to talk about the other offensive tackle in Tyler Smith out of Tulsa. But before we do that, be sure to leave a like on this video, as well as subscribe and ring the notification bell so you don't miss another video. The YouTube algorithm says that if this is your third time visiting the channel, then you have to hit the subscribe button. No pressure, Broncos country. I feel that Tyler Smith really fits the bill as your stereotypical big and nasty offensive lineman. The dude is 6'6" and 332 pounds. He's a mauler. He can pick up defenders like a forklift and slam them to the ground with little apparent effort. He has excellent athleticism and moves pretty gracefully for someone his size, especially in the run game. Last season, in Smith's redshirt sophomore year at Tulsa, he was graded by Pro Football Focus as the fourth best run blocking tackle in college with a very excellent mark of 93.9. I feel that he would be a nice fit for the wide zone scheme that the Broncos are going to be running under Nathaniel Hackett and Justin Outen. His athleticism and run blocking abilities would translate very well to a scheme like this one that would have him on the move on a pretty consistent basis. His technique, both hand and footwork, are overall pretty sloppy. He suffers from similar issues that Garrett Bowles did for his first few years and somewhat still struggles with to this day. His footwork and hand placement get completely out of whack in pass sets, and he ends up getting beat as a result. Again, similar to Garrett Bowles, a lot of times this leads to him having to grab the defender, leading to a holding call to avoid getting his quarterback killed. Smith was ranked the 66th best pass protecting tackle in college last season by Pro Football Focus, which really isn't a great ranking considering the talent disparity at the college level. Very similar to my feelings on Abraham Lucas, I'm not so sure Smith is ready to come in and be your day one starter at tackle. However, I do feel there is a chance that some teams may view him as a guard prospect in the NFL, considering his extremely high ceiling as a run blocker. At the guard position, his weaknesses in pass protection would not be exposed as often as they would at tackle. He would be able to showcase his mauling tendencies, and his weaknesses would be covered up to a certain extent at guard. If a team were to want to keep him at tackle, I certainly have concerns about him starting right away. He would need some time on the bench to develop his technique, as I feel he still has quite a ways to go in that category. As far as fit for the Denver Broncos is concerned, I could see him fitting this scheme well as a run blocker like I stated earlier. That being said, I honestly feel that there are more polished prospects, especially as pass blockers that would be in the same range in the draft as Smith. I also really feel that there will be a team out there who views him as a top-end guard prospect, and may be willing to use a second-round pick on him as a guard. The Broncos already have a plethora of depth at interior offensive line, so if the Broncos view him as a guard prospect, I honestly don't feel the fit makes sense. But of course, that is just my opinion. Let me know your thoughts on Tyler Smith in the comments section below, Broncos country. I would love to hear from you. Be sure to leave a like on this video, as well as subscribe and ring the notification bell so you don't miss another video. Also, give me a follow on Twitter at GageMadridNFL for more coverage of our Denver Broncos as well as the NFL in general. And for now, this has been another episode of Sparkin Over Broncos, the show where we spark conversation about our Denver Broncos. I am your host, Gage Madrid, saying peace out.